Alright, what's going on, guys? We're going to be doing some ultralight pan fishing today. Decided to pull out the... Oh, had my jig head stuck on the grass there. Decided to pull out the Croix Legend Elite Panfish ultralight rod. This is the 6-footer ultralight power, fast action, one piece. Haven't fished this in probably over a year now. It's been kind of on the back side of my rod rack. Whenever I'm kind of just leaving the house grabbing something, I've been grabbing some of the other rods. So it is a little dusty, but we'll get the dust off. We'll fish this thing for a little bit. Got it paired up with an old school Daiwa Legalis reel. This thing's in rough shape. Also have not fished this in probably about a year. Also was kind of tucked away over in the back. So yeah, we'll fish the Croix Legend Elite Panfish. Really love this rod if I'm remembering correctly. And let's see kind of how it compares to some of the rods I've been fishing recently, like the Croix Avid Panfish. So let's throw this little jig head around and let's see what we can catch here. Alright, so here is the rod. I like it because it looks very sophisticated and classy. Nothing flashy or like too stylish, just a really nice green color and whatnot. What we're going to be fishing is a 1/32 ounce jig head with a little Euro Tackle Terra soft plastic there. So it is late spring, really. We are in early June right now. So I'm hoping we can still find some bluegill or other types of panfish here close to shore. I don't know if they're still going to be spawning, but let's hope we can find some good sized panfish here close to shore. Oh, nope, that's not a panfish. It was a largemouth, and I wouldn't mind catching a largemouth, but we also got all this algae here that makes fishing close to shore a little bit more difficult, because on just about every cast we're going to come in here with a little bit of algae on the jig head. Oh, had a bite there. Let's get this algae cleared off. Let's make another cast out there right between, oh, that was not where I wanted to go. Try to work this back in between those two algae piles there. Got him. Let's see what this is. It's going to be a small bluegill, I think. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so this is a little guy, and he flopped off the hook, but I was able to get him before he was able to swim off here. So let's toss him back in there. It's on the smaller side, not exactly the size of the bluegills we're going after, but at least we got one. So let's keep going. Let's try to get one a little bit bigger. Got him. Not a big guy. What is it though? Another bluegill. I think slightly bigger than the last. Alright, so nothing massive so far. These guys are a little bit on the smaller side. I would love something just maybe another 2 inches longer than this guy or the guy that I caught earlier. I think this guy's probably a little bit bigger than the first. But I'm getting a pretty good amount of hits on this little thing. Just most of them are smaller than this guy. So I do still really hope that the larger panfish, larger bluegills, and larger red ears are still close to shore, but I have a feeling they might have already finished spawning and moved out into deeper water for the summer. But let's keep going. Let's try to find 1 or 2 little stragglers. Got him. Oh, this is going to be, isn't it? No. Is it? No. Oh, is this a red ear? No, it's another bluegill. Alrighty, very next cast after we got that second bluegill, we got our third bluegill. I thought this guy was going to be a little bit bigger. He hit pretty well, and he's got a little bit more of a different patterning than a lot of the bluegills here have, which is why I thought it might have been a red ear. Alas, it's not just another bluegill, but they are going after the little Anisoptera quite well. Oh, got him. That's another bluegill, also not that big. Yeah, so bluegill number 4, I think I had several little hits here right in this area. We finally got one hooked, but unfortunately, just another one on the smaller side. Got him, lost him, come on. All right, this guy bit the soft plastic in half. Like I said, I'm getting bites. I just think a lot of them are on the smaller side. I think the big ones are mostly gone. They're biting the back of this, so I'm not really getting the hook point into their mouth to get a good hook set. So let's tie another one of these on. Not tie on another one. We're gonna use the same jig head, but let's get another one of these little soft plastics on there. Let's see if we can catch a couple more of these guys. Got him. Yes. He's under. No, I don't want to catch a Mayan cichlid. Thought this was finally a nice sized bluegill. Alrighty, so first Mayan of the day. Probably should have known it wasn't a bluegill, just because it pulled a little bit differently than bluegills do. Fought really well, but not what we're going after. And of course, we got some algae on the lure. So let's keep trying to find at least one nice sized bluegill here close to shore. Got him. Is that a bluegill? Yeah, let's go. Exactly what we're looking for. Nice size bluegill. Alright, so this is an awesome catch. Not massive, but it is a nice adult bluegill. Just a little bit bigger, maybe an extra 1.5 to 2 inches than most of the ones we've caught. And just absolutely beautiful colors here on the head. First real nice size adult bluegill here close to shore. So at least we know there's one here. So let's get this one back. Let's keep fishing here. Let's see if we can maybe catch one more of this size, or maybe even bigger. All right, so I had a couple more small hits since that one nice sized bluegill, but I had plenty of small hits throughout the day. But yeah, I'm thinking just a little bit too late in the season for the big guys. I think a lot of them are probably going to be out in deeper water. They probably finished spawning and then moved out deep for the summer. But really liking the rod. Forgot how much I like this rod. I've been fishing the light power St. Croix Avid Panfish pretty recently, and muscling those big fish is fairly easy with that rod, even though I still do like fishing it. But this ultralight just makes some of these bigger fish a little bit more fun. So really enjoy fishing this rod as well. Still haven't fished a rod from St. Croix that I didn't like. But I think that is probably going to do it here, because I doubt we're going to get another fish here. Just kidding. That's a big Mayan. I saw this guy come and hit. See, this is why I love ultralight fishing. Because if you hook up with a nice fish like this puts up a good fight. Let's get him on in here. All right, so crazy thing is, as far as mine cichlids go, this guy's not even that big. Certainly an adult, but you can easily catch them double the size of this guy. And this guy put up a great fight on the ultralight. A lot of fun reeling that guy in and having him pull my drag. Still be fun to catch him on like a light power, medium light power, but on ultralight is where those guys and the bluegills really shine. So yeah, not a cool bluegill, but a cool fish to end it on. So let's go ahead and let's wrap it on up. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. Been out here for less than an hour, and the action wasn't bad. I had a lot of hits, just not a lot of hookups. A lot of them were probably just some smaller size bluegills that were kind of just biting the end of the Anisoptera here. I ended up going through, I think, 3 of these little soft plastics, which is a lot of soft plastics for not catching that many fish. But I do think a lot of them were just kind of biting the end here and pulling and not actually getting the hook in their mouth. But still not too bad. We got a fairly good amount of bluegills for only being out here about 45 minutes or so. One nice sized bluegill, and this last mine cichlid here was an okay way to end it. Really nice fight on the ultralight, and yeah, I really like fishing this rod. I didn't love it when I first got it just because my expectations, I think, were a little bit too high, but this is definitely the best panfish rod that I have ever fished. I do enjoy fishing the Avid panfish, even though I got the light power one. It works pretty well for fishing here where there's like thicker vegetation and whatnot, but fighting these smaller size bluegills is a lot more fun on the ultralight here. And this rod still has plenty of backbone to catch some of these bigger fish. Like that big bluegill is still pretty easy to catch. This mine cichlid here at the end, still not really a problem for this. There's plenty of backbone on this rod to catch these bigger fish. So in other parts of the country, this would be a great rod for like crappie fishing, even like some smaller size white bass fishing, that sort of thing. But yeah, still pretty good session here in the late spring out on a just a little local lake in a neighborhood kind of close to home. So yeah, hope you guys liked it. Definitely recommend the rod, and I will see you guys next time.